introduce yourself, tell us your name and DOC number.
My name is Vance K Wilson Jr. DOC number is 493-676.
And so that you know, Mr. Wilson, here in the room with us, we're in Baton Rouge, we have your grandmother, Miss Loretta Wolf, and your uncle, Mr. Ted Malero, who are here with us today.
Yes,
And they
ma'am.
both want to speak on your behalf, and we'll ask them to do so at the appropriate time. So, Mr. Wilson, you're classified as a fourth felony offender. You're currently serving a 6-year sentence, resisting police with force and possession of controlled dangerous substance, and you are classified as a habitual offender. Your parole eligibility date was September 6th of 2022. You don't earn good time, so your full term date is January 9th, 2027. Does all that sound correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In your application for parole, excuse me, I noticed that you have alcohol problems. That's what you say.
Yes, ma'am.
And you indicated that you would like to be moved to a prison that offers programs to address that issue.
Yes, ma'am.
We also received a letter from your grandmother asking for help in getting you transferred.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that all still how you feel?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have extensive arrest history, violent arrest history.
Say that again, ma'am.
You have an extensive arrest history. Many of those arrests include violence.
Yes, ma'am.
And are all those alcohol related?
I would assume most of them.
Any drug issues?
I don't really have much of a drug issue, but I have used drugs. Yes, ma'am.
What was your drug of choice?
Mainly Suboxone, but I used to do coke a lot as well when I was younger.
Any methamphetamine?
I have done meth.
And that's what you're here for now,
That's what
right?
I'm here for now. Yes, ma'am.
So you could benefit from substance abuse, drug and alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
I do see you did do programs in a prior period of incarceration. I see anger management you completed in 2015, which I don't think you really learned a lot from it because of the reason you're here today. But you did also have I see a certificate for sex offender treatment in 2016.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to address the drug and alcohol issue.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I don't have any questions. I'm prepared to try to help you get that help. So I'm going to call on your grandmother. She wants to speak on your behalf. We'll call her up now. Ms. Wolf, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, ma'am. My grandson has had a lot of problems, he's done a lot of wrong and made a lot of wrong decisions. I really believe that this punishment that he's been in jail for this time, since now he turned 39 years old. And he's realizing that he's done a lot of wasted time. And I just feel in my heart that he has learned a lesson here. And hopefully he can come out and be released. It's the only two relatives he's got left is me and my son. This is his uncle. His uncle needs him. I need him. I haven't seen my grandson since he's been incarcerated since January the 13th, 2021. So I see him like this on video, talk to him every day on the phone, and I see a lot of difference in the tone of his voice and the things that he says to me. So I know he regrets his mistakes, and I feel that if given the opportunity, he can become an asset instead of a liability.
Great, thank you. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Mr. Malero, is there anything you'd like to add? Mr. Malero, anything you'd like to add?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, pretty much what my mom said. I just feel like, Tom has really played a good role in here. I think he's, as we get older, we do sort of get a little wiser, Hopefully we learn through the things we go through. And I just feel like as much mess as he's been through all his life, you know. He's grown up with a mom that was a crackhead, gotta understand. And we had some rocky roads with his mom, and she's recently passed away while he was in there. So I just think he knows the clock is ticking on every one of us, you know. We don't have a whole lot of time left, you know. I mean, it's either now or never, you know. And I have a place at home. I got 5 acres and quite a bit of yard work and a lot of things to do around my house. To keep him busy, keep him away from the wrong company. That's pretty much been his problem, picking up the wrong company. He's got a real bad ADD problem. Is getting the right medication and on the right things. He just, you know, he's always had a bad high level of ADD and not being able to keep still, you know, and just trying to keep him busy and keep him around the right people. Has been a problem in his younger years, you know, like I said, growing up with his mom and all. But as time's passed, you know, I mean, like I said, it's either now or never, you know. And I think he's realizing that. You know, we've all been 30 years old at one time, you know, now 40 and 50. If it don't kick in now, I mean, it's never gonna kick in. So we have a lot of hope that we know he's a hardworking fella, and we have a lot of hopes that we're gonna get him pointed in the right direction, getting the right medication for his ADD, hopefully getting a good job. That's been one of the biggest priorities. You know, the boy, he's a hardworking young man, and he just get him in these little pity patty jobs. It's kind of hard to stay focused on being on the right track, you know. So we're hoping to get him back offshore if we can, and get him back working again. So that's one of the main things, you know. He said, my mom was 83 years old, I'm 63 years old. I mean, it's either now or never, you know.
Well, we'll try to help him out. Mr. Wilson, do you have your high school diploma?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Have you ever tried for your GED?
I applied for GED since I've been here. They say I'm on the list and I've never been in.
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. Anything you want to say to us before we vote?
Yes, ma'am. First, I'd like to thank y'all for the opportunity and my family for being here for me. I'm ashamed of the actions and decisions that I've made, and I'm ashamed of the drugs and people that I've allowed into my life, leading to this situation. Knowing where I went wrong, I plan to keep drugs and people that use them completely out of my life. I can promise you, if given the chance, I will not waste it. I will continue AA classes or any other classes that you may suggest. I will not fail you, my family, nor myself. I aim to get back to work and continue to save money and strive towards my goals. I know where I went wrong. I know what I want out of life, and I have the drive to get it.
You have any children?
Yes, ma'am, I have one. I have a daughter.
How old is she?
She's about 13 right now.
You have any contact with her?
No, ma'am. Not by choice, but I have no contact with her.
Well, when you have some issues. You know.
Yeah.
Do you believe you're a drug addict?
Am I a drug addict? Yes, ma'am.
You're an alcoholic?
Yes, ma'am.
Big step. All right, I'm ready to vote. My vote, Mr. Wilson, will be to grant your parole, but only after completion of a long-term substance abuse program. It's called the Steve Hoyle Intensive Substance Abuse Program. That program will help you address both the drugs and the alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
If you successfully complete that program, the special condition will be that you comply with whatever their treatment plan, the aftercare plan, whatever that is, follow it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my vote. Mrs. Jackson?
I concur, saying Mr. Vance and go to
Mr. Freeman?
I also concur. Get the most out of you can out of this program and go live with your family and have a good life.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You got some work to do.
I know I do.
Good luck.
Thank you.